From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Thursday morning to you. Some rain in the forecast for later on in the afternoon and then moving into the evening today. Hopefully teams can get things in before the precipitation moves through too heavily. First, action from Wednesday, though. Lily Schultz and the Laconia softball team threw a no-hitter against Winnebago Lutheran yesterday. Little confusion on whether this was going to be a no-hitter or a one-hit shutout. There was a pop-up between first and second that no player got a glove on for Laconia. WLA scored that a hit. Laconia gave an error to Cambry Johnson, the second baseman, on the play. According to the latest that's been reported to Flyway Focus, it's a no-hitter for Schultz. Regardless of what you call it, it was dominance in the circle by the Laconia pitcher. She struck out 13 Vikings in the win. She made sure that the Spartans keep pace with Campbellsport for third in the Flyway Conference. Laconia and WLA baseball also played yesterday. The game went into extras, and after 10 innings, the teams agreed to delay the game because of darkness. WLA trailed by 1 run with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. 4 straight Vikings then reached base to tie the game and send it into extras. Colton Hagner had the big hit for Laconia, a 3-run mammoth shot in the 5th inning. Teams will resume that game at some point today. Final time on that hasn't been announced. WLA baseball now has 2 unfinished conference games. This one with Laconia in the 11th and a scoreless tie game with Omro that is sitting in the 5th inning. They hope to finish that tomorrow, coming up on Friday. Golf was at Laconia yesterday. They don't have an online scoreboard of that meet. Unfortunately, did not receive any results from Green Lake. On to today's schedule. 3 track meets today. A cool one at Berlin High School. It's the county versus county meet between Waushara, Green Lake County, and Fond du Lac County. Fond du Lac County represented by Ripon, as well as 3 Flyway teams, WLA, Laconia, and North Fondy. Fond du Lac County won that event last year. They started doing this county versus county back in 2022. The other 2 track and field teams in action tonight. Omro is at Chilton, and Mayville is in Waterloo. Soccer for today. Once again, a 4 p.m. start for Lourdes as they host North Fondy on the turf at Oshkosh North. Lourdes is a point behind Springs after the Lourdes draw with Eustisford Dodgeland back on Tuesday. Speaking of those 2 teams, that's where Springs goes tonight. They go to Eustisford to play the co-op. A big game in the scope of the Flyway season. Springs is undefeated. Can really start to put some pressure on the rest of the league with a win tonight. 7 p.m. kick there. And 3 4:30 games in the league. Wayland is at Campbellsport, WLA is at Lamira, and Mayville goes to Omro. The Cardinals and the Foxes are knotted right in the middle of the standings, each with 4 points. Chance to separate themselves today for either Mayville or Omro. In softball, Omro goes to Mayville. The Cardinals still tied with Lamira at the top of the conference. Lamira, meanwhile, is at Smithfield to take on Springs. Senior night tonight for the Ledgers, and North Fondy is at Campbellsport. This week's baseball series finish out today, hopefully, weather permitting. Campbellsport beat North Fondy by 10 on Tuesday. They host the Orioles today down in Campbellsport. Springs looks for the sweep over Mayville after a tight win on Tuesday. Tonight's game home for Springs at Hare-Baker Field. And Omro looking for anything positive offensively against Lamira. It's at home for the Foxes. The Lions rolled Omro 10-0 on Tuesday. And again, WLA Laconia hoping to pick things up in the top of the 11th. That's what things look like today. Dodge the raindrops out there should they come. Hopefully everything stays away. We can get things played and competed tonight. For the Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.